hai nhân vật nam và nữ chính bình minh ở trên biển.
Is everyone ready? Yeah.
Cảnh đầu tiên là cảnh nhân vật nam và nữ chính cùng nhau ngắm bình minh ở trên biển. Đây là cái giây phút mà rất hạnh phúc của hai người. Nhưng mà kể từ cái bình minh ấy thì cái nhân vật nam nó đã ra đi tới một cái xứ sở bên kia đại dương và không để lại một lời nhắn cho cô gái. Thì cô gái đã ngày đêm trông ngóng và dần mất đi niềm hy vọng của mình. 1000 ngày sau thì chàng trai đã bất chợt trở về, nhưng mà anh đã nhận một tin sét đánh là cô gái đã có một người yêu mới, tức là người yêu mới của cô ấy là một người khổng lồ cao hơn 2 mét. Cái người khổng lồ này thực ra là bạn của hai nhân vật chính này, và đây là cái mô tả cái cảnh anh ấy đau xót trước cảnh mà người yêu mình đã đi theo người bạn của mình. Đây là cảnh chiến đấu của hai nhân vật nam, tức là trong cảnh này thì nhân vật nam chính đã đánh bại được cái người khổng lồ. Còn cảnh này thì cái người khổng lồ tuy thất bại, nhưng mà sau đó anh đã hỏi lý do tại sao mà nhân vật nam đã ra đi mà không nói một lời. Thì nhân vật nam có nói là ra đi là để theo học pháp Phật của một cái vị pháp sư vĩ đại. Và người khổng lồ đã bật mí cho cái nhân vật nam chính một điều là anh ta có thể lấy lại được tình yêu của cô gái bằng cách là tạo ra một cơn mưa. Thì khoảng vài ngày sau cuộc chiến đấy thì nhân vật nam lại hẹn cái nhân vật nữ ra một cây cầu. Đây là cảnh mô tả nhân vật nữ đang đi đến điểm hẹn với nhân vật nam. Ở điểm hẹn này thì nhân vật nam đã nói rằng là sẽ thực hiện ngày hôm nay sẽ thực hiện một điều ước mà từ rất lâu rồi hai người đã ước với nhau.
Ok.
Lúc đấy cô gái rất xúc động và hai người đã ôm lấy nhau. Và cuối cùng là cảnh một cơn mưa dâu đã rơi xuống, cơn mưa dâu tây đã rơi xuống khắp thành phố.
Ok.
Đấy là đoạn kết.
So the story is about this. The story opens with the main character is the girl and her boyfriend looking at the sunset on the beach, and then after the happy moment of beach, after together the boy leaves her and takes her for a very far away land across the sea, and then and the girl was waiting and we became less and less hopeful about the day that he would return. But then after a couple of days, the boy returned. But then when he returned, he saw that the girl already has a new boyfriend, who is actually a giant and who is actually a friend of both of them.
Okay, so this is the new boyfriend?
Yeah, and he's a giant. And,
okay.
Yes, and that is this is the scene where he likes that. And then the next scene is a fighting scene between the boyfriend and the giant, and he defeated the giant.
Okay.
Like in this, and after the fight, the giant and the boy, because they were actually friends, so they were talking to each other, and the giant asked why he left her in the first place, and he said that because he wanted to learn magic from a very powerful magician.
Okay.
By the way, and so the giant said that he can win the girlfriend back if he can make a rain, special rain.
Special rain?
Yeah. So the next day the boy gets to meet the girl on the beach, and the boy said that today make a dream come true, and then after that they like make meeting up with each other, and he made a way of strawberry.
Okay, this is the girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he gets back together with a girlfriend.
Yeah, get back to each other, and he made a strawberry ring.
Okay.
De make-up?
Ja.
Det indspænder på det, han godt.
This is yeah. He was going to get her back if he made the rain, right?
Right.
But he hasn't made the rain here yet.
Yeah.
Or what? He has made the rain, but this is just a picture of when he made the rain?
No, it's after that. Here he just said that he will make.
Now I will make. Okay, so she makes up with her because he promises to make the rain, and then he makes the rain. So he fulfills his promise. All right. Yep. Good. From a story perspective, there was a reason that I wanted to make that everybody had to make the same kind of scene, and that is of course because there are different scenes throughout a story that have different purposes. And this here is the opening scene, and obviously what is most important, as I just said before, most important about opening scene is that you establish character, and you establish sympathy, and you establish motivation. So you have an idea about should I follow this story? Am I going to be interested in this story? And what is there to follow on? So this here, when I look at this as it is here, I've already read a story. I've read a magnificent story. I've read an epic story. I've read, the whole thing, the journey about a boy getting away from his girlfriend, traveling 1,000 days, returning. Someone has taken over the girlfriend. He has to fight for her. But even though he defeats the giant, he still cannot win her back. He'll have to make something beautiful in order to win her heart back. That in itself is a story. I mean, now I don't know what's going to happen from then on. So what I'm thinking now is, that was a beautiful story. That was very quickly told, because it's just like really quickly told story. But the story, as I see it, is there. Everything is there, and I think it's a beautiful story. But I think it's a shame that it's rushed so much, because the problem is, what I need from this sequence is I need to understand the main character. And they're together here. They're lovers, but he travels away and he comes back. So obviously he must be the main character because we follow his point of view. We see his point of view, so it must be him that is the main character. It's also him that's doing all these things here. So that's very good. The sequence actually does establish the main character, and I'm happy about that. You mentioned something about that they're both main characters or whatever.
Right. Actually, the story is still about the girl who's winning her boyfriend.
Okay, good. This story is not about the girl.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying that. This story is not about the girl. So if you wanted to tell a story about a girl, this is not the story about the girl. Then of course you have to understand if you have a main character, you have to sympathize with him. And I look at the boy is the main character in my story because I don't see anywhere that it's her story, because he's the one going away, and then we don't get back into the story before he gets back. If we had a story where we see her, I don't know what's in this text here, but if the story is about he went away and she walks around and she wonders and what am I going to do, and at one point she gives up and gets a new boyfriend and stuff like that, but we don't hear that. That's right, we don't hear about it. We just hear when he returns. We start hearing the story again, right?
Yeah, so actually in the